So just to give an update on my pineapple plant, it looks like this is as big as the little guy's gonna get here. And I'll walk around here and see if I can show you. But I have a video. It's a 3-part series on how I got this pineapple plant to bloom. But just as a real quick explanation, my mother had bought a store-bought pineapple and cut the top off. Basically, this little area here, when she cut it, she just cut it off, and she put this part in some water, just about a ½ an inch, just enough to kind of cover where the bottom of that foliage comes down to the pineapple fruit. And it started producing roots, and she gave me the little plant, and it was just a little bitty plant. And so anyway, she put it in this pot for me. It's just a hanging basket, reusable pot thing that she had. And it grew and it grew, and I watered it, and it never produced a pineapple. And then I finally just did some research to find out how can I get this pineapple to bloom. And they talked about the need for ethylene gas. You want to surround the plant with an ethylene gas in order to stimulate a hormonal change in the plant so that it would produce a flower, which ultimately leads to the fruit. So the natural way to get the ethylene gas is to find some rotting apples, which I had back last August around some old apple trees. The apples were really not good quality. They had been plagued with worms and fungal disease. But anyway, they were rotting, and that's what I needed. So I covered this thing with a big clear plastic bag. I put it into the barn where it was not in direct sunlight. And I took an inverted 2-liter bottle, empty bottle, cut the bottom off, and filled it up with just some rotting apples. I don't know, 6, 7 small rotting apples. And left it there for 7 days. And then I removed it, took the bag off, and then brought the plant back outdoors where it could get sun. And nothing happened, and months went by, and I thought, well, it was a fail. And then I noticed one day, this little weird thing stuck way down in the plant that at first I thought it was a varmint, like an animal of some kind, and it kind of freaked me out. And then I started kind of looking into it and realized, oh my gosh, it was the flower, and it had a little pink, all these where these little dead things are here, they had little pink flowers, and it was starting to produce this pineapple. So anyway, it did not have this little tuft at the top, but it's starting to produce that. So now the question is, when do I harvest it? Now obviously, it's a very small pineapple. It's bigger than my fist. Let me put it up here. You can kind of get an idea of my hand, how big the pineapple is as a side-by-side comparison. But that's because the poor plant did not have a very good base, a very good foundation in which to work. The soil in here is not probably the best soil. It's only probably about 6 inches deep, and it's been in this little plastic pot since the beginning. And I have thrown some Citrus-Tone fertilizer in there from Espoma occasionally, because I really didn't know if it would do anything. It was more of just an experiment. But since now I know you can, in fact, get a pineapple to bloom and produce a pineapple fruit, what I decided to do is down here at the base of my banana tree, which is a double Mahoy banana, I have planted another little baby pineapple, starting the same way as the other one. But this is actually in the earth. You might not can tell it, but this ring, it just separates the gravel, but there's no floor in this greenhouse. So I just pushed the gravel away and dug out this area, and I amended the underground soil with some good organic potting soil, mixed the two together, and have been growing this banana tree, which is a whole nother story. And I thought, you know what? I've got all this extra spare room down here. I'm going to underplant this banana tree with a pineapple. Let's see if we can get it to grow bigger. It has plenty of room for its roots to grow. You know, this gravel's not really that deep anyway, so I mean it's immediately going to go into the subsoil and be able to spread its roots as far as it wants. But this is going to be a test to see if I can get this one to grow to the same size as that one and produce a larger pineapple. Now that I do know that that experiment will in fact work. You know, it's just for fun, right? So this greenhouse is heated with propane, and my heater is here, and it doesn't require electricity. My greenhouse is a wreck. I'm sort of in the process of moving things around. You can see I had plants here. And anyway, so I just wanted to give you a follow-up, and then at some point I need to know when I'm supposed to harvest this little guy, and we'll cut into him and we'll see if he you know, if he looks like a normal pineapple inside. I would expect that he would, but I was overjoyed to see that it actually produced, and it's just fun. It's fun to be able to grow things that you normally would not be able to grow. I don't think you could do this in your house, as this pineapple plant needs a tremendous amount of sunlight. So I think if you try to do this in your house, even if you had it in a windowsill, I don't think it would get enough sun to probably produce for you. So, but you don't need a big greenhouse. You know, basically anything that would keep it alive, where it can get sun, you know, I think it would work. My husband built me this greenhouse, and we kind of drew up our own plans, and we built it kind of our own way. So it's not a kit or anything, but it's been really a lot of a fun thing to have. So a greenhouse, I think, is a really cool thing to have if you want to do this kind of thing. So, and I'll talk about this banana tree in a different video, but it's a fascinating experiment as well. Anyway, I just want to give you a follow-up on the little pineapple and show you how he's doing, and basically let you know I'm planning on doing another one, but instead of putting it in a shallow pot that really limits its ability to do what it was meant to do, I'm going to put it down here and let it have all the room that it needs, all the sunlight, all the water, and all the room for its roots. And we'll see if we can get a full-size pineapple out of this one. Anyway, thanks for watching.